Hello? How are y'all doing? It's so good to see you. Welcome, everyone. It's an honor, a joy, and a pleasure to have you join me here for these weekly astrological recommendations. We're already in the month of December, my dears. That's why I always tell you to keep your letters of gratitude for each month. And it's lovely to read them, believe me. At the end of the year, reading the letters about what we experienced one month and what we want for the next, it's like keeping like a journal of our lives. And besides, writing is super therapeutic. This is a very interesting week from the 8th to the 14th of December. Until the 15th of December, we're going to have the Sun, Mars, and Venus in Sagittarius. I should tell you that on the 11th, joining this parade of planets in Sagittarius is none other than Mercury. So from the 11th to the 15th, we're going to have the Sun, Mars, Mercury, and Venus in Sagittarius. These are super magical days from the 11th to the 15th of December. Planets in a sign of good fortune, abundance, prosperity, success, intuition, and perception. This means that all the energy of the Sun, the communication of Mercury, the drive to make things happen from Mars, the love, romance, and money from Venus, my dears, take advantage of it. We have a lot of water element. A lot. What I mean is, Mercury isn't Scorpio until the 11th. The ones that remain and are in a water sign are Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn in Pisces, and Neptune in Pisces. And we only have Pluto in Aquarius, which is air, and Uranus in Taurus, which is earth. We have a lot of fire and a lot of water. We're going to focus on and channel our emotions and our impulses. That's up to each of us. This isn't about saying, well, I'm a Scorpio or I'm a Sagittarius. Yes, it's great that we know what sign we are, but we have to rein ourselves in a good way so we don't let those outbursts of anger or rage get the best of us, or an excess of sensitivity or being too thin-skinned. It's a really good week. We're also entering a new lunar phase. On the 11th, the waning moon will arrive. We have from the 8th to the 11th in the afternoon at 3 p.m., 2:51 p.m., it will be a waning moon. Having these planets in the sign of Sagittarius invites us to clarity, to honesty, to authenticity, to freedom of action, to fly after our dreams, to get out of our comfort circles and comfort zones, to spread our wings and trust that if I want it, I can achieve it. If I can think it, if I can imagine it, it means I can do it, because to think is to create. The words spoken, believe me, words have power. And the words, now that Mercury is entering Sagittarius, which, well, Mercury in Sagittarius is gonna stay until, well, would you look at that? It's going to enter on December 11th. It stays until January 1st. Communication with Mercury in Sagittarius will be intuitive, perceptive, kind, pleasant, philosophical, about changes, about foreign places, about travel, about the depth of life, like Sagittarians are. It's a week to give ourselves that permission, truly, and to go and learn to truly be ourselves. Unfortunately, many masks are still being used, and it's horrible when the masks fall off, or the disguises. By this, I mean that it's a really good time to be ourselves. To stop trying to. We can't please everyone, you know? That's a complication. And besides, what a waste of time trying to please everyone. If they like us, that's wonderful. And if not, then may God bless them. Definitely try to give more time to yourself, to your person, to your space, to your loved ones, to what is truly valuable. Forget it. Don't listen. I know it's annoying. Of course it's annoying. And even more so now with so many planets in Sagittarius, which is fire. And when Sagittarians are pushed to their limit, that's it. Nothing more to say. They don't just turn the page. The entire book is closed and see you later. This is a very good week for you to reconnect with yourself. As I told you last week, for you to find lost pieces within yourself. I know many things have happened to you over the course of the year. Many things have happened to all of us. We've had successes, failures, falls, getting back up, joys, sorrows, a little bit of everything. But that's life, right? Life is about falling, getting back up, and trying again. This is a very good week. When the sun is in, there are signs that when the sun is in them, we feel a different kind of energy. That's what happens when the sun is in Sagittarius, as with other signs too, because each sign gives us its energy. Sagittarius is a very free sign. Sagittarius is a sign that doesn't complicate things. And that's how we all feel right now. Not just Sagittarians, everyone in general. And at the moment that so many planets are coming together, I mean, Mercury, Mars, Venus, the sun, and Sagittarius, well, let's take advantage of it, right? And let's be, well, whatever we want to be, with respect for everyone. This is about respect. That's very Sagittarian. Your space, my space, our space. Our respect. And light and love. I'm going straight to the astrological recommendations. Aries, all those magical and wonderful ideas that you've been planning since May, June, July, it's time to put them into action. Take advantage of the magical and sensational energy that the planets are giving you, which definitely helps you with abundance and prosperity. Don't talk about it. I'm always going to tell you this, my dear, because you really like to talk about everything that's happening to you, what you're going to do, or what you're achieving. Let it be seen. Once it's seen, you can say, oh, yes, I did it. Oh, yes, I have it. Oh, yes, I made it. Oh, yes. It's time to do new things, to do different things. But all that stuff you had put away for several months, I mean, not just put away, but that wasn't moving forward at the pace you needed, is now starting to move, and very quickly. It's going to move very quickly because, well, there are many planets with energy that favors you. Separate from Jupiter in Cancer, it doesn't matter that it's in retrograde, not in the slightest. Look, another thing I forgot to tell you is that Neptune is now direct. I told you last week, but not this one. Neptune has been direct since December 10th, and it's staying in Pisces. It's going to stay in Pisces for a few more months before returning to Aries, where it will stay for many years. Getting back to you, my dear Aries, it's time. Pay close attention. If you left something pending, like calls, negotiations, something you had put off for later, not because you wanted to, no, that's not the reason. But because it got lost in the shuffle, or you brought something in and they put it at the very bottom of everyone else's to-do list, this week will surprise you. It'll bring you a lot of joy. You're going to feel things starting to change. And there are also many changes coming to your home that will give you a great sense of relief, a lot of happiness, and a lot of peace. For Taurus, Jupiter is in Cancer. And Jupiter, which is the planet of triumph, success, abundance, and prosperity, is none other than the planet of Sagittarius. Right now, we have several planets in Sagittarius. That is precisely helping you in your house of money and your house of work. So whatever you want, whatever you desire, the plans you have in mind, don't postpone them. Go for it. Think little, feel a lot, act a lot. If you have to do some kind of signing for whatever reason, you can do it this week. I always prefer it to be during a new moon, a waxing moon, or a full moon. It's not that I prefer it, but it's more advisable. But since there's so much positive energy from the planets in Sagittarius, you can sign on any day you want. It's a good week for negotiations, agreements, deals, and for healing yourself. Heal the wounds from your past, my love. And yes, Pluto and Neptune will help you a lot with that. Because when we heal the wound from our past, we make space for everything new. As I always say, what's done is done, what's said is said. You have to forgive yourself, and ask for forgiveness. And many times we don't know how to forgive ourselves. And it's very healthy to forgive ourselves because many times, well, we all make mistakes, errors, and so on. But it is worth trying again, giving yourself permission. That will give you a lot. It will help you a lot with all the beautiful plans you have, my dear Taurus. For Gemini, there are many new things like changes, new developments, opportunities, and transformations. You've been making many changes throughout the year, but this month of December, wow, last week was the super full moon, right? In your sign, no less. I told you that energy stays with you for about 2 or 3 weeks. Besides, if we add to all that we have the Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Venus in Sagittarius, it gives you life, my dear Gemini. Life. A suggestion: you talk, you express, you communicate. Don't talk about your plans, my love, because then someone else will end up carrying out your plans. They'll get ahead of you. Don't tell them. It is a very good time to leave circles that you shouldn't be in, since you deserve even more. In love and romance and passion and work and your social life. Yes, many movements are seen that you'll start to make without pain, without being overwhelmed, without anguish, as it should be. Let whoever has to stay, stay, and let whoever has to go, go, right, my dear Gemini? Also this week, you're going to have very good news from one of your family members, from your loved ones, that will bring you tremendous joy and happiness. Something about some kind of procedure, some paperwork that was stalled, that wasn't moving forward, that wasn't happening, and also something you'll receive, which could be recognition, rewards, praise, or affection for how well you're doing things and making them happen. Cancer, Jupiter, no less, is in your sign. It's retrograde, but that's okay. We have to be allies of retrograde planets. You've been making many changes in your way of thinking, feeling, and acting, and the results are starting to show right now. You saw some last week, but this week and the next, you'll keep seeing them. Many changes that will be very favorable for both you and your family, which is something very important to you. You're planning, do you want to leave or do you want to become independent or move or remodel your house? It has a lot to do with your home. Many changes within the organization of your home. Also giving more freedom to your loved ones, your family, those who live in your immediate circle, which is your family. Also having something new or different that you want to do or start. It probably won't happen this year, but you will do it. You want to have something of your own, some independence. I mean, like I always say about putting the fruits in different baskets. You have the ability, the intelligence, the desire, the dedication, the commitment. It will happen during this week around the 11th or 12th, yes. Around the 11th or 12th, you're going to have a very important meeting, event, or gathering where you'll receive great recognition, my dear Cancer. The recognition isn't just symbolic, like a medal or a certificate. Besides that one, which they will give you, it's a recognition, financial recognition. For Leos, you're sitting in a very important seat. The 6th house, the house of work and health, is looking extremely favorable for you. You are a fire sign, and right now we're in a fire cycle. There's a lot of water, as I said at the beginning. But the fire is going to help you say the exact right thing at the right time in any event or meeting you have to attend. Your words will be favorable in a negotiation that benefits everyone. But it benefits you because they've realized that what you proposed a while ago was the right, correct, and best thing to do. Usually in life, we learn when it's time to lay our cards on the table. When you have the ability, the opportunity, the knowledge, the intuition, and you said it several months ago. This will give us great results, and here are the great results. The results will start to show from the 11th to the 15th. You'll see them very clearly. We're going to have many planets in the sign of Sagittarius, meaning the luminary, the Sun, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. Don't wait to make things happen. It's time for you to receive that recognition and applause you deserve, my dear Leo. For Virgos, you know how to socialize, but you're selective in your way of socializing. And that's magical and wonderful, and I applaud it very much. Because generally, we call everyone my friends, but well, friends are like the siblings you choose in life, right? So being so selective is helping you a lot because you need that magical and wonderful energy for all the new things that you're doing and are going to do. I'll tell you, this week is very magical for you. Very, very magical. Especially, here we go, from the 11th to the 15th. You are on the same mutable cross where Sagittarius is found. On the mutable cross are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces. Okay? Additionally, we have 2 planets in Pisces, back for a little while. Neptune in Pisces, which is now direct, and of course Saturn, which is also now direct. So with all that magical energy, my dear Virgo, it's not time to think. I know you like to overthink things. I know you like to create different scenarios. What if this? What if that? Right now, focus 100% on what is beneficial for you in the short term. Because what's beneficial for you in the short term, in your work and financial life, will bring you huge results in the coming months and even years. Because many of the things you're going to. So this week, from something you already had in the works, will yield great and excellent results and very good fruits. For Libras, they say you reap what you sow, and that's where you are. It was a year, and it is a year of a lot of change, transformation, growth, learning, and a little bit of everything, right, my dear Libra? It turns out that having these energies that that are present right now this week from Sagittarius, they help you especially. Venus is in Sagittarius, Mercury in Mars. Not to mention the Sun. Well, what do I want to tell you with all this? The energies are favorable. Don't overthink things so much. Thinking right now, well, you're not going to think too much because Mercury is in Sagittarius. So Mercury in Sagittarius will push you. Venus in Sagittarius will tell you, let's go. And Mars, well. So take advantage from the 11th to the 15th. You can already feel the energy. But especially those 2 days will be very special for you, as for everyone. But there are signs that will get great benefits. And what will you get great benefits? In your way of thinking, feeling, and acting. In your way of making determinations and decisions. In the way you approach love, what you have towards love and towards money. You're going to start making peace with money, which is magical. When we learn to make peace with money is when we tell ourselves, I deserve it all. Oh, of course. What? Because I have sown. Because I have sown, because I have sown, and because I do see fruits, and because I do see that there are results. Venus will do that. And the energy of the Sun in Sagittarius is telling you you were born to shine, to achieve, to advance, and to triumph. And there's going to be something very interesting that Mercury in Sagittarius will also help you with. Is that, you know how you struggle a bit to say no? You always like to support and usually say yes. Mercury in Sagittarius will help you, and get this, it will be there until January 1st. So freedom of action, my dear Libra. For Scorpios, you have the strength, the power, the energy, the ability, and you're holding the baton. Yes, but you have to support everyone who has passed through your life and who supported you at some point in your life. Because we have to remember all those who supported us when we were down, when we fell, and they extended a finger. But not to point at us, but to help us up. Because right now, in these valuable, important moments you're going through, where, of course, everything you have, you certainly earned it. The aspects of the 10th house and the 6th house are very good, which is the house of profession and the house of work. You have to work a little. Right now, Mercury is about to leave your sign, Scorpio, to enter Sagittarius on the 11th. That will help you tremendously. Everything that has happened. Remember that we also had Mercury retrograde, right? in Sagittarius and in your sign. So many things were delayed for you. They didn't happen. This week, it's as if they open. Imagine that the sink in your bathroom was clogged. Then you use some natural products, and boom, it wonderfully unclogged. That's exactly what's going to happen with any issue that has been blocked since the middle or beginning or middle of November, with huge results. But I remind you that we know that gratitude is a magic key, and you are a grateful person. But being grateful to all those people who have been on the path with you to get to where you are, that will multiply for you. The house of social relationships is looking wonderful. But yes, with your sixth sense, stay very alert. Take out your psychic antenna to realize who's a yes and who's a no. Who is just an acquaintance for now and then, and who is a friend, almost a brother, like that. For Sagittarians, we're going to be so whimsical all week. Yes, here I go. It just so happens that with the mere fact of having the sun in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is vibrating very high. By vibrating high, everything that is yours by right is yours. You are in a moment of a high level of spirituality, intuition, and perception. You are closing doors, you are closing cycles, you are closing things because you are going to keep only what is meant to be. It's like perfume. The best perfume comes in small bottles. Others come in big bottles. Now, you're going to keep the small bottle with the pure essence, okay? The mix of sensational planets that we have there, well, an air and an earth one, that's all, right? But anyway, what I mean is all those planets that you have right now that will favor you, my dear Sagittarius, well, it's having the Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Mars. Speak, express, communicate, win, fall in love, receive, travel, buy, sell, negotiate, sign contracts, do whatever you want, my love. Always, and you do it because you usually always do what you want. But right now there is good fortune, abundance, triumph, success, prosperity. Please pay a lot of attention to your intuition. Sixth sense. The people who approach you this week, whether they're close, not so close, and so on, stay very alert. Many will stay, but many are no longer. They're not for this moment. They're not for this cycle. They're not. So we send them love and blessings. You're also going to close a very interesting cycle in your way of thinking, in your way of feeling. We owe that to the Sun and Mercury in Sagittarius. It's time to do something new or something different and to trust, as you know how to do, Sagittarius. The ninth house is giving you interesting opportunities to take that trip you've had pending or that dream trip. To plan it? Maybe plan it, but it's more likely you'll actually do it. For Capricorns, you have the strength, the dedication, and the commitment. It's time to keep moving forward, taking the reins of your life as you know how to do. There are new opportunities, new paths, new challenges, and challenges are meant to be overcome. Where has life taken me? Well, wherever the wind takes you, my dear Capricorn. You have a very interesting opportunity in front of you right now to do something new or different. Usually you always think a lot about what you're going to do because that's your level of intelligence, and that's what Saturn tells you. Saturn, which is your planet, is giving you a very interesting opportunity with a high ability to make determinations. And Mercury in Sagittarius will help you from the 11th until January 1st, which is when Mercury is in Sagittarius. It'll give you the perfect guidance to make determinations and decisions about purchases, sales, negotiations, agreements, covenants, or contracts. And also to make serious, very serious determinations and decisions about what you truly want to do. Because that's what life is about, my love. Because remember that life was made to be lived, felt, enjoyed, to vibrate. And many times you forget because you are so responsible that you overlook yourself. And now will be the time to think more about yourself and to take care of yourself more. Believe me, everything will multiply for you. You know how to handle work, your profession, money, and so on very well. But believe me, when you start to put the lost pieces of yourself back together and you start to love yourself more and more and more and more each day, things start to work out in a better way. For Aquarians, oh, the offers keep coming, Aquarius. Please don't go saying, oh, it's December. Who makes offers in December? I've been offered things on December 24th and December 31st, my love. I'm talking about work. The job they're gonna offer you is very, very worthwhile, Aquarius. Be very alert to the opportunities as soon as they appear. Good luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. That's the famous good luck. What good luck? Not at all. You've worked to be where you are right now, my dear Aquarius. And the planetary aspects are totally in your favor, my love. Remember that Sagittarius and Aquarius make a perfect team. The mere fact that we're gonna have Mercury in Sagittarius from December 11th to January 1st. And then we're gonna have a perfect team up. From December 11th to December 15th of the Sun, Mars, Venus, and Mercury in Sagittarius, my love. Stay away from dream stealers. Don't join in, because people have a tendency to tell you all their things, and you hold on to them. Release them, my love. They're not yours. Tell your subconscious that what people are telling you isn't yours. It's theirs. Yes, comfort them, guide them, tell them, but that's it. Because if you take advantage of this super magical energy of communication, which is Mercury in Sagittarius, Venus will give you great surprises, not only in love. I'm talking about a very good job. A job that will give you a lot of freedom of action. You'll continue where you are right now, but there's money that will be coming to you from one side and the other. And for Pisces, also very good news for Pisces, you have changes in your assets. And when we talk about changes in your assets, they can be many things. Let me explain. Changes in work, a change in your income, all favorable. Starting something on your own, a miraculous sum of money that comes to you. It's when something comes to you and you say, huh? I don't know. From I want it to it was a gift. That's the famous, or you find it, the famous miraculous money, right? Because it exists. Of course it exists. And you, who are so perceptive and intuitive, you understand what I'm saying. When you think, visualize, decree, and affirm, you start to realize how things begin to appear. And out of nowhere, things start coming to you. My love, it's not out of nowhere. It's that you caused it, because we are magnets, and it's the law of cause and effect. And right now, that law of cause and effect will start to give you great results, since Neptune is direct starting December 10th. Yes, I know the post-shadow is coming, but it's already direct. And the wonder we're going to have from the 11th to the 15th of December with so many planets in Sagittarius, Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury, I remind you that your planet is also Jupiter. Pisces, Neptune, your planet, is already direct, okay? On December 10th. You will receive what is yours by right of consciousness, and you have to believe that. You're going to get out of your comfort zones. Maybe not, because you're thinking, oh, how can I right now, Mizada? No way. We're in the middle of December. No, my love, it's not that I'm going to make you do anything. Things will come to you on their own. That's what I want to tell you. By any means, by message, by WhatsApp, by email, by phone call. New proposals, changes in your finances, but everything in your favor. You have a lot of travel coming up. Give yourself permission to take those trips, my dear Pisces. You support others so they can go travel, and you love to travel, but you don't take those trips. And sometimes you even give them money for their trip. Well, it's time. Pack your bags and you go on that trip. And also get ready if you, my dear Pisces, don't really have that special someone, that romance and so on. Look, you'll end the year committed, making things official, starting something new, or filling your current relationship with passion. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, I embrace you with much love and affection, with much light and peace, wishing that each and every one of your dreams comes true. I invite you to subscribe to my channel here. Come on, subscribe. I want my plaque. Click it, click it, click it. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell. And I also invite you to my website, which is Mizada-Mohamed.com. And for emails, it's dsolo with an S at Mizada-Mohamed.com. And there's a store on my website at Mizada-Mohamed.com. That's the only place I sell things. If you see places that sell Masada's things, well, honestly, they're not mine. And on social media, I'm Mizada Mohamed. Just as it sounds, Mizada Mohamed. Verified. If it's not verified, it's not from Mizada. Don't be fooled by fake social media accounts. They're not mine. I don't give consultations, nothing like that, only on the verified ones. We're about to end the year. It's an intense, loving, luminous week. Ask yourself, and I'm going to ask you this very often because it's going to be well worth it. What have you stopped being and doing in order to belong, to be liked by others, to be in some kind of circle? When you learn to love, value, and respect yourself, everyone wants to be in your circle. I am Mizada Mohamed. I love you all very much. And I want to see you thrive. Thank you very much for joining us. Subscribe to our channel and visit my website, Mizadamohamed.com.